So I'm curious here, guys. Of these tech giants, and which one of them do you guys admire the most, and why? Which one do you really think is cool? I think I will start with you.
I was an Apple fanboy for a long time. And that was basically sort of Steve Jobs' attention to customer experience. I mean, and that was their first principle, is that it must be a smooth user experience.
But I think you have shifted because you're a fanboy of someone else nowadays, Mikael.
Jobs is dead.
Yeah, he's dead. So you needed to find a new. You need to find a new hero.
No, actually, I noticed a definite drop in quality in Apple products after Jobs died.
And I know you don't like. You are the opposite. This is.
Well, opposite, he doesn't like Apple anymore, so then I think it's okay.
No, but for you, Apple would never be your phone of choice.
No, not even with Jobs in line. Even though he was a genius.
I love this.
Yeah,
but his morality could be questioned, I would say.
Definitely. But he was stuck on first principles, and that's a good thing. In terms of sort of creating a successful company. Then he was an asshole in other ways.
Yeah.
But one thing that sort of soured me on Apple to begin with was that their Unix license got stuck in 2007 because they didn't like the GPL licenses of FreeBSD, which means that the Unix environment in Apple or in Macintosh products is now obsolete. It doesn't allow me to sort of do the things I want, and that pissed me off. So I went to Linux instead.
But I think there's another angle here. I mean, like, I know you recently, for me, you never seem to be a car guy.
True.
And we had a conversation not so long ago about you have put your mind on the automotive experience. So Elon Musk must be some sort of interesting guy here.
Yeah, and I mean, Tesla and Elon Musk flew under my radar for quite a while, actually. Because, I mean, cars are uninteresting. Cars, they're fundamentally a mode of transport. And I mean, getting from point A to point B is fucking annoying. And but since, I have to have a car. So I was recently when I was looking at sort of what sort of car should I go for, and I realized that there actually are mostly, of course, concept cars that is no longer a car, but a combination of spaceship, living room, and pet. And then it gets interesting because you're actually getting rid of sort of the legacy, the modern era's view of automotion, and you're replacing it with something else entirely.
You have to elaborate a bit more. What's this kind of concept car that is a combination of a pet and a living room and whatnot?
The Mercedes Avatar.
Okay.
Which is... it's fucking undescribable. It's designed as a social robot, and
so social robot in the sense that you should speak with it or what?
Interact.
No, it's sort of it's designed to be empathic, and it's designed to be expressive to the other traffic you're encountering. You can actually signal them because you have a system of scales on the back of it. You can use, you can program to sort of express stuff, and it's freaking awesome. It's never gonna see the light of day.
And then
you have the Hyundai Prophecy, which takes the concept of spaceship and living room very seriously. Not so much as a pet as the Mercedes Avatar. But I mean, you have a driving mode and then you have a relax mode and the dashboard disappears. And you don't have a steering wheel. You drive with joysticks. which means that you get a lot of space. I mean, you get a living room. It's fucking awesome.
And then here we have, and then we have Tesla, and I think Tesla, from coming back to data and AI and the whole idea, I think we had a conversation around this, that they are also some of the few who in this they have managed really to organize their data vertical.
Yeah.
Could we elaborate a little bit about
definitely
this?
Actually, I've been recent months. I've been totally fascinated by Tesla as a company, as an organization, and I mean, Tesla is not a car company. It's also not an energy company. It's also not a tech company. What Tesla is, it's a learning process. They have actually taken my idea of adaptability and built it into the backbone of the enterprise.
And how do you see that, or how did you figure that out? How did you identify that?
I think I realized that when I saw Sandy Munro, which is sort of the automotive design guru. I mean, he picks apart cars for a living and tells them how to do it better. And I mean, he has sort of a long history of working with sort of the traditional automakers, and he was there to sort of change things, and he got fed up by. It's very, very difficult to get changes through, especially into sort of consumer cars, because a traditional automaker the car is so decentralized. I mean, you have a whole archipelago of suppliers. You have outsourced so much of the construction of the car to so many different players that is if you make a change to something, it's going to rattle your whole supply chain, which means that it takes fucking forever to get anything through. And Sandy Munro, he picked apart the Model 3 and the Model Y, and then he picked apart the Model Y a few months later after he picked apart the first one. And in that time, it was like 4 or 5 months, Tesla had made 13 changes to the infrastructure of the car. And he was like, this doesn't happen. And I mean, that sort of put me into research mode.
Now you got nerdy on the topic.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I don't really have any insights into sort of their organizational structure. I do know it's fairly flat in terms of command and control hierarchy. So anyone can raise a concern. I mean, anyone can just raise a hand and stop production and say this doesn't work. We need to do this better. And people actually they take this seriously. They are open to change. They are adaptable. They can change their whole production line within any given plant. And when they build a new plant, they learn from the other one, make it better.
And now we are actually moving into another core topic that I was thinking about that we should explore today, which is actually the...
What do you want?
He's helping me to raise up. He thinks I'm falling asleep here.